This is an embarrassing result for the Rams.
They were a 3-1 team, and they had a lot of heart and knowledge
awful.
and Shanahan, and you got Mac Jones, baby.
You got Kendrick Bourne on Thursday night.
That is right. He found his identity.
He looked like Randy. Very nice. He looked like Randy Moss in his supremacy.
Nicely
on
done.
the field as well.
Well played. But yeah, I mean, you still had Christian McCaffrey. He was still flying around.
Doesn't matter. This should have been the Rams should have won this game by 20 points. But
no Jennings, no Kittle,
nobody, no Rice, no Taylor,
no Pearson,
no Brent Jones.
Wow, Brent Jones, my friend from when he and Jerry Jones and I scouted the East-West Shrine game practice when Tom Brady was still in school. How about that?
No Ricky Pearsall, no Jimmy Pearsall, no Preston Pearson, no Drew Pearson, no.
What is that? Fear strikes out, right?
Running the bases.
Yeah, backwards. Yeah, there you go.
But
former White Sox broadcaster.
You want a great big hot take coming off of this game?
Oh, please!
I got one for you.
Come on, hit it.
And it's great news for the 49ers.
Great news.
To a point. Tonight, the game belonged to Mac Jones. 33 out of 49, 342 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, the game-winning drive for a field goal. This was the kind of night that Mac Jones had.
McCaffrey shifts out from under center. Mac Jones takes, and he throws. It's a touchdown. Touchdown, 49ers on the opening drive of the game. A couple of penalties, and they can't be stopped.
Did he mean for his voice to go up and crack like that?
They can't be stopped, the 49ers.
Well, they were a juggernaut early. They still finished with 407 total yards.
They cannot be stopped. Mac Jones, this is the best game I have ever seen him play. He was decisive with the football. He stayed in. He took big hits. He played with no weapons to throw the football to. He still had Christian McCaffrey, but no wide weapon. I mean, look, Kendrick Bourne is a guy, okay, here he is. And I'll tell you.
He pops up every once in a while,
fantasy managers right now are going, oh, I'm so glad I picked him up and put him in my starting lineup.
Yeah, if you picked him up, you got your 10 for 142 on 11 targets. 10 of 11.
An incredible game by him. But Mac Jones, this is his third big game that he has had to play so far for Brock Purdy. 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, quarterback rating over 100. Yes, he beat the Saints the first time. Okay. Beat the Arizona Cardinals a little bit better. Now you beat a really good defense, one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL with no weapons.
Short week without your top weapons. They showed the graphic. You're going to love this. So, 4th 49er quarterback to win his first 3 starts.
Montana, Young,
no.
Alex Smith,
no.
All right, did I get Montana and Young right?
No. You got Y.A. Tittle, little Jimmy G.
Tittle. I remember Y.A. Tittle. I had him in fantasy that year. New offense with the 49ers. Y.A. Tittle.
Jimmy G.
Oh, Jimmy G, yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Okay.
And now Mac Jones.
Now Mac Jones. Well, it's funny you mentioned Brock Purdy, right? Because this is the big hot take. Tonight is a great night for Kyle. It's a great night for the 49ers.
We had a great night.
Great night. They improved to 4-1.
Yeah.
Great night for Kyle Shanahan because, look, I've told you how great a coach he is for a long time. I don't get the Kyle Shanahan haters, but he's proven again tonight what a great offensive mind he is. He has shown once again that he can pick and choose anybody to come in and play quarterback for the 49ers, and they're pretty good. Okay? Great night for Mac Jones. He is restarting his NFL career, right? No matter what happens after this year, and, Brock Purdy getting that big contract, hey, Mac Jones, maybe Mac Jones is the next Sam Darnold or Geno Smith, right? Thinking Mac Jones can get Darnolded now at some point because of the way he's played.
Well, because remember, he was 3 years in New England where he had a great first year, and then they just started spinning the wheel.
Bill Belichick decided to tank. I'm going to have my DC be the OC. I'm going to draft players nobody's. I'm going to leave this cupboard so incredibly bare for the next coach to come in. You're not going to win.
And then he was okay, but wasn't going to be the guy in Jacksonville. Everybody was committed to Trevor Lawrence. So now, as a member of the 49ers, here we are.
Like we have said, and we've said this all week, there is a system for everyone, right? There's a system for every quarterback in the NFL. You just have to find it. Now, Mac Jones in a very quarterback-friendly system, but here's your hot take. They didn't need to pay Brock Purdy. Did not need to pay Brock Purdy. Because this shows you that, hey, not that Brock Purdy hasn't played well, because he has, right? The guy's been to a Super Bowl. But go back to when Kyle Shanahan took over. Let's go get Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo came in, played really well, right? Garoppolo came and went to an NFC Championship game, went to a Super Bowl, right? Jimmy Garoppolo has played pretty well, all right? Garoppolo, you draft Trey Lance. If Trey Lance had been able to stay on the field, Trey Lance would have been fine in this offense, but he couldn't stay on the field. That's not a 49ers thing. This was, they wanted him to sit and watch his first year. Then they gave him the job. He got hurt. He missed the whole season. Brock Purdy comes in. Trey Lance gets hurt again. Okay. But Brock Purdy comes in, and he's Mr. Irrelevant, and he turns out to be able to run this team. Is Brock Purdy really that? We talked about this for years. That's why I have no problem saying this. Was Brock Purdy really that good, or is this an offensive system that you could put a lot of guys in at quarterback and they can succeed? All right? Not that Brock Purdy didn't play well, not that he didn't deserve his contract, but you're trying to build a Super Bowl winning team. And now you have Mac Jones in here who has shown you that I can give you the same kind of production as Brock Purdy, maybe even better because I'm doing it with less weapons than Brock Purdy did it with. When Brock Purdy came in, he had Kittle in his prime and Debo in his prime and Brandon Ayuk, and they make the move for Christian McCaffrey. Okay, you got great weapons everywhere, man. This year has been, hey, man, no Ayuk. Debo, no Debo. Kittle's been out. Make it work. And Mac Jones has made it work. The pedigree that he has had coming from being a first-round pick out of Alabama is showing itself right now. You did not need to pay Brock Purdy. You did not need to give him this money. And you're looking at a situation now where, man, had we just kind of gamed the quarterback situation a little bit, if we understood, hey, other guys we can make it work, how much better would it have been for the Niners to be looking at a future the next few years of, well, we got Mac Jones in here for a couple years and $20 million, not Brock Purdy for the next 5-6 years at $260 million. We have a lot more money to go out there and get other players to shore up our defense, to get more playmakers in, because we're going to need more playmakers as these guys wind up finding their way out of the league, right? We can go get a tight end. We can go get somebody. We're going to need these kinds of things. The Niners have an incredible offensive system that they can make it work with just about any quarterback that they pick that they know is the right fit. So now I look back and go, what really? Did you need the Brockalypse? Did you need to pay Brock Purdy? You did not. You could have made this work with Mac Jones because I trust Kyle Shanahan and everything he wants to do offensively going forward. You could have made it work. And what kind of situation would you be in knowing what you need to make your offensive system work if you got a quarterback that you're saying, yeah, this guy's going to work for $10, $15 million a year. Not even that for the next couple of years versus a guy that, yeah, you're getting the same production, but you're paying him $50 million a year. Brock Purdy didn't need to get that money. They could have done a lot of things. You talked about franchising him this year, and maybe, hey, you make that decision after this year. Oh, okay, well, if we franchise Brock Purdy for this year, okay, that you're still paying him this year, but after this year, hey, we can make this work with Mac Jones. Brock, good luck in free agency, and we're paying Mac Jones a fraction of that kind of money, and we build our roster even better.
Plus side, looking at for 49ers, looking into the contract a little bit more, only making $9 million against the cap this year. Okay, 24/7 next year, 30 in 2027, and then it leaps to 57. 2029 is where you absolutely get murdered because it's 72 and a half. Mm-hmm. But 181 million guaranteed. And as we know, you can always play with money in the NFL and have some fun with it. Salary cap will keep going up, so it'll be a lesser percentage if he's still with you, if you haven't negotiated some sort of settlement, buyout, etc. For this year, I mean, Mac Jones on a 2-year deal, $7 million is all he's on for this year and next. And for even next year, dollar cost averaging, that's nothing for your quarterback position. It's those years hence where it starts to get a bit dicey. And to your point, if you've found another option in Mac Jones that can give you the same or better, that, eventually you've got to pay the piper. For this year, they're actually in pretty good shape. They've sloughed off a number of those high-priced players against the cap, but they're going to need to keep doing that, right? We watched it where they didn't bring Debo back, and they'll have to make some decisions. Trent Williams getting older, George Kittle getting older, guys that are more expensive you will have to make those hard decisions here in this coming off season. But short term, yeah, there's going to be a lot of hand-wringing with Mac Jones playing as well as he did, especially this week when it started becoming, well, because it's a short week, you're not going to rush Brock Purdy back. Could he have played? Maybe, maybe not. Now you're like, damn right, I'm back for next week. I'm not sitting down. Long week. I'll be ready for week 6 against Tampa.
Mac Jones is out-Purdying Brock Purdy. He's out-Purdying him.
Purdy.
You're getting out-Purdyed.
We got to figure out something that's...
No, he's out-Purdying him. You're getting out-Purdyed.
It's a new Brockalypse.
Purdy, man.
Wow.
I mean, really.
You went full Batman and Prince soundtrack.
Look,
there you go.
It's not the case of second-guessing, oh, well, clearly if we knew Mac Jones... You have to know, Kyle Shanahan, he's made it work with all of these guys, right? So with Brock Purdy, and it became a thing, and they were wringing their hands as Brock Purdy,
well, it's
our
tough,
guy. They waited.
Well,
right?
because he's also a cult hero, drafted Mr. Irrelevant, all of that. You get a lot of goodwill off of that, right?
And it is goodwill, but eventually it's about winning football games.
Right.
And you had Purdy for his contract in which you weren't paying him, and you couldn't win the Super Bowl. You got there, right? You got close. How do you keep that window open? You have to know, and Kyle Shanahan's got to know, if you made it work with a guy that was Mr. Irrelevant, okay, there's other guys out there that can come in that you can make it work with. And it's not that you had to just suddenly kick Brock Purdy to the curb, but, okay, hey, Brock, we're going to franchise you this year. Mac Jones come in. You want to push this out because the minute you get locked into a quarterback like that cuts your window to win the Super Bowl. That cuts it in half because you're paying all this money to a quarterback when you need other things to
well,
fill
it changes the window.
Team, right?
It also depends on where you're at in your life cycle of the rest of your roster. And for San Francisco, the nod last year and certainly the note coming into this year is that you've got a lot of these aging parts at key contributors, right, at key positions. Again, owing back to where Trent Williams is in his football timeline.
I mean, they may look back at this and go, hey, well, we're lucky we got another guy and Purdy comes back. But Mac Jones, I mean, he looks really comfortable in this offense. He looks really good. This is the best I have seen him look in the NFL. He had a good rookie year, but clearly he had the shackles on him a bit with Belichick saying we're not going to, right? Remember the one game he had where we threw the ball 3 times? We're just going to run the ball every single play.
I can't fault a good strategy, though, because it worked.
But it's not like Mac Jones was he didn't come in and lead like Dan Marino. Oh, my, look at this. He's just throwing the ball all over the field.
Yeah, you saw how much he won.
I have seen him play. Oh, Dan Marino is going to come kick your ass. He's going to
I got my isotoner gloves. I'm ready for you, man.
I know. He's going to use isotoners to not leave marks on your face. That's what he's going to do.
Knows how to hurt and leave no mark.
Hey, the Niners may come to rue that decision to pay Brock Purdy, seeing what, and you got to know, these are the guys that can do things like this in our quarterback system.
But also just the larger point, as we've talked about this week and many weeks before, about finding your system, getting that next chance, keeping things alive. And this is, not just football related, but just in life, that you find your spot. But certainly for Mac Jones, this guy being written off, right? Patriots to the Jaguars, like, he's just a guy. Like, maybe he's not. Maybe it's all about where you end up, right system, right time and place, and keep taking throwing your punches.
Exit Albina Fresca, exit Swollen Dome, the Jason Smith Show with my best friend, Mike Harmon. Mac Jones out-Purdying Brock Purdy.